What's up, guys? Can you build a drone like a freestyle slash long range drone for less than $200? Why, yes you can, and I'm going to show you how. What prompted me to make this video is I just watched this video right here. This guy named his channel is RC with Adam. He's got 33,000 subscribers, and he's giving bad information, I have to say. Or at least I like him, but on this video he got it wrong. and I'm going to set him straight. He says that you can't, well, that says right there, you will not save money building your own FPV drone. I beg to differ. He says that there's Viflys out there cheaper than you can build any drone, and which in some cases they may be. But if you shop around a little bit, and you can still get a really decent drone for less than you can get a Vifly for. And he says that you can't hardly build one for less than $300. I'm going to show you how to build one for $180, and it would be all parts that I would use myself and put in a drone and buy it and build it today if I had the stuff and feel confident in it. And we'll start with this. First thing you're going to need is a frame. Well, on Amazon they got a frame for $28.99. that is it's called a HGLRC Lance Mark IV 5-inch drone freestyle and long range frame. Okay, and if you look close right here, you'll see it's got mounting for 20 by 20 and 30 by 30. So we want to make this drone as light as possible, so I'm going with 20 by 20 stack and micro camera and stuff like that, and a big VTX. So it needs room for all this stuff. It's got the 20 by 20 mounting there for you stack and stuff. It'll take a micro camera up front. It's got 20 by 20 and 30 by 30 mounting in the rear, so you can put a big long range VTX in it, and that's critical for what we want to do here. And you can still fly this drone freestyle. So like I say, that's $28.99. The next thing you're gonna need is a set of motors. These Flywoo Robo 2207 2450 kV motors, they're perfect. Ain't a thing in the world wrong with them motors. They're $9.99 on sale right now. I'd put those motors on any drone I had and feel comfortable with them. They're decent motors. Alright, so times that by 4. Next thing you're gonna need is a flight controller. I'd go with a T-motor. T-motor Volix Lite F411, $29.99 right now. And you can mount it 20 by 20 or 30 by 30. I'd just snap these 30 by 30s off and mount it 20 by 20. We're going to keep this thing as light as possible. Next thing you're going to need is the ESC. HGLRC, I don't know how you pronounce it, but I've ran several of their ESCs and flight controllers, and I had no problems at all with them. I loved them. They're actually damn good products. So I would buy this in a heartbeat, and it's a 20 by 20. And it's 35 amp, which is more than enough. Alright, the next thing you're going to need is a VTX that's got plenty of power, so you can get pretty far out there if you want to fly long range. So this thing here goes up to 1,000 milliwatts. It's only $24.99. And I've got that I've got a Race Ranger right now in my tank, and it's a 2,000 milliwatt. And I've got it in there right now, running it in my tank. And it's a Race Ranger just exactly like that one. It's just more wattage. So I'm running these parts, guys. These are not cheap parts. The next thing you're going to need is the antenna. I would go with something like this. You can get one for $4.95 at this place here. It's just a little short, you know, I forget what you call them little antennas. I usually run a dipole. It's even cheaper than that. But, you know, most people don't like dipoles like I do. Alright, and the last thing you're going to need is a camera. And guys, I've got this very camera right here in my aluminum drone, my aluminum AT6 drone that I fly every day out here doing all these tricks. You cannot hardly find this camera anymore, and as a matter of fact, about 10 minutes ago I ordered this very camera. I ordered another one from this place. This is this is the only place I can find that still has them. I don't know why, but nobody has them anymore. This has the perfect lens on it for freestyle. It's not too wide and it's not too close. You know, it's perfect for freestyle. In my opinion, this is the best FPV camera, analog FPV camera that's ever been made, and it's a CCD camera. That's one reason. All the cameras nowadays are CMOS. I can't stand them damn things. For me, I just love the picture quality I get in my big old 1080p goggles with the CCD camera, and this one is the one I run. And the one I got in my Tanq right now, the damn field of view is so wide on it, I can't do the tricks I normally do with my aluminum drone. So I have just ordered me this camera so I have identical cameras in both drones. So if you add all these parts up, guys, it comes to $180. I think $181, something like that. That ain't even $200. And that guy over here is telling people you can't build one Harley for less than $300 most of the time, and you definitely can't buy one. I mean, you definitely can't build one cheaper than you can buy one. And I beg to differ on two things here. Let's look at it these two different ways. He says you'd be better off buying a drone. He asked the question, do you like to fly or do you like to build? If you like to fly, you should just buy a ready-made drone. If you like to build, then you should get one, build your own. I say if you like to fly or if you like to build, you should build your own. He says you're going to save money if you just like to fly by just buying a ready-made drone. I say you're going to spend more, and let me explain why. If you buy a drone already made and you've never built a drone before, don't know what you're doing, you're going to crash that thing pretty quick and ruin it. And most likely you're not going to fix it. You're going to go out and buy another one, so you've just spent another $200 or $300. Where if you built your own drone from scratch and done the research online, you would know when you break something how to fix it. So it might cost you $20 to $50 or $60 to replace the part and fix it yourself and be back flying in a couple of days versus buying a whole other drone. So you see, you get my point. He's just wrong on so many things. And I hate it when I see shit like that. I mean, he's a pretty good guy, but he didn't think it through, I don't believe. And hell, I watched this video just come out today, and I just watched it. As soon as I got done watching it, I said, nah, that can't be right. That ain't right. I know better than that. I've built too many drones. I said, okay, right out of the blue, just let me look up and see what I could put my own drone together for, see what the parts would cost, and parts that I would use. These are not bottom of the barrel parts, guys. These are parts I would use. Now the frame is questionable. You could get a better frame. You could get a worse frame. They racing frames, but I wanted something to go with something like freestyle and long range that would fit both bills, and that frame just seems to have it all. So that's my take on it, guys. RC with Adam, if you're watching, brother, I ain't trying to bash on you. You just, in my opinion, you got all this wrong, and I hope this video proves it. And I hope a few of your 33,000 people subscribers that watch you see my video, so they have a better understanding. All right, guys, have a great day.